The rat folk are a race of giant serpent rats. They usually hide from most of other races, especially due to missiles they face from them. However, they are still considered a neutral race by other races. They have an almost universal religion that teaches that they are a result of cruel prank by the vulture god of pestilience, who has the name of Yersinius. Kind human god of Pace, Feliciado Belkosovelin god who created them for adversity, Anorum the frog god that teaches them forbidden knowledge, and Kakwat the hemp goddess of nature. Basic information. Anatomy. Physically, ratfolk resemble giant brown rats, however, they possess opposable thumbs. They also possess longer limbs and torso, which they often display in humanoid position. They possess much slower metabolic rates and that brown rats too, but perseverability twice as fast as Adamites. Also, they have a span of about 60 years and a height of about 3 feet. Genetic reproduction. They possess XY-XX chromosomal sex differentiation. They can reproduce through the entire year, and the pregnancy is short, only lasting 2 months. And the rat mother can be pregnant with another litter while feeding the young, just like regular rats. This results in clan leader families designating specific families as brood mothers, constantly being pregnant with kittens, which are fed by other females. The litters of rats can be as large as 16 kittens, but on average they are only 7, out in stages. They are born as nugget-coated kittens, similar to baby rats of brown rats, but slightly larger with 9 grams of mass. They stay in this state for 3 months and are dependent on their mother during this time. Then they spend 3 years as pups, equivalent to childhood, and after this they take 12 years in adolescence. Their needs and habits. They are omnivorous, but their diet includes a large amount of cereals. Cereals, which are the basis of most of their culture, their cuisine, but usually served scrambled with cooked grain. They also love poultry and mollusks. Behavior. The morality is based in pragmatism and community. Anything is good as long as it helps you and your friends. This makes them distrusted by communities of other races, where ratfolk who live in communities of other races view their communities as their families. Also, they are a bit cowardly and have an obsession with killing themselves, with exception of the followers of Yersinius. They tend to be strongly agoraphobic and love being in tight crowds that would be claustrophobic to most other white races. Additional information, such as structure. Radford societies are at the lowest level large net families, often up to 1,000 members each and led by their oldest members. The youngest are usually letters, while older members are defenders. The lowest are usually the oldest, who deliberately become a rat king. Then there are 2 upper-level society forms, clans and settlements. Clans are extended families, each counting about 1,000-member families. Clans are spread between multiple settlements, which often lead to conflict of loyalties when 2 settlements are in conflict. Each clan has a head family that lives separate from settlements and leads the other families. The settlements are a bit complex, but can be defended as consisting of guilds and piercehoods. The piercehoods are all devoted to one of the 5 gods: Yersinius, Felicia, Iquata, Pace, and Anrum. They are chosen from members of guild, each guild providing 5 priests to each god they are aligned with. The guilds are each devoted to 2 gods. For example, the criminal guild is aligned with Pace and Yersinius, while the gravedigger farmer guild is aligned with Iquata and Yersinius. There are 10 guilds in total in each settlement, and each guild counts between 5 to 20 families as members. Facial characteristics. Their faces are similar to regular rats, but with shorter snouts than regular brown rats, and their eyes are a bit bigger. Perception and sensory capabilities. They can hear in ultrasound range, which is a good thing because they communicate in that range for the most part. It is also their primary sense, as their sight is really bad. They have red-green color blindness. However, they can see near ultraviolet radiation. They also possess a good sense of smell. Civilization and culture. Comets and legend. The almost ubiquitous myth to all are the 5 great gods. While many legends of Ratfolk have additional gods, these 5 are found in all Ratfolk religions. Each has a creation myth on how they created the Ratfolk, which all Ratfolk religions state as equally true. The gods are Yersinius, the vulture god of pestilence and scheming. He takes the form of double-headed vulture with tentacles drooping from his belly. His creation myth involves him creating the ratfolk out of rats as cruel joke, and teaches that cruelty leads to strength. Pache, the human goddess of culture and compassion. They take the form of a human with 3 horns, 512 breasts, and 7 phalluses. They created the ratfolk from a group of terrified rats that they took pity on and teach us that friendship is power. Felicia, the following goddess of war and hostility. She has the form of 5-headed cat, while her head is that of a cat. It is flanked by heads of owls, and that by heads of adders, the snakes. She also has a 6 pair of all wings and a serpent for a tail. She created ratfolk to see them fight and teaches bellicosity as a way to live. Anurum, the frog god of time and knowledge. He takes the form of frog that vomits a tadpole, dies and grows to become a frog again and again. His way of creating a ratfolk was by showing them forbidden secrets, which elevated them to sapience, and teaches them the pursuit of knowledge to gain enlightenment. Ikwata, the hemp goddess of nature and tradition. She takes the form of a writhing hemp herb that has stage of serpents. She has bred the ratfolk slowly and teaches them importance of following tradition, but also improving on them. Suspicion, relation, and assumptions. The relationship with other white races is complex. Their pragmatism makes it so that the ratfolk that live in other societies are often harmful to other whites, which sometimes lead to discrimination when they are part of larger multiracial societies of whites. They are, however, a common sight among the societies of dark elves, as this cruelty-loving surprise of others finds the mixture of compassion and cruelty interesting, inspiring, and amusing.